What's up? I'm Mr. America Shadis here with another episode of Doctor USA. As you guys know, House passes Trump's big beautiful bill in 215 to 214. So basically, with one vote, it got passed. The one big beautiful bill refers to, of course, the comprehensive tax and spending bill passed by the House of Representatives on May 22nd, 2025. It was a big partisan effort led by House Speaker Mike Johnson to address various policy issues, including tax cut, spending cuts, border security, and other priorities. Couple of the big main points of the one big beautiful bill, a couple of the key points, key features. I'm gonna talk about, mention them, and then briefly talk about what's up with that. One of them is the tax cut. The bill aimed to make the 2017 Trump tax cut permanent, including lower corporate and individual tax rate, increase the standard deduction, and larger child tax credit. Spending cuts. The bill also includes significant spending cuts, particularly in areas like Medicaid and other welfare programs. Border security. The bill includes provisions to increase funding for border security and potentially implement new border enforcement measures. And other priorities, the bill also addresses the other issues such as repealing the Affordable Care Act or repealing the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and strengthening the economy. And the last but not least, debt ceiling. The bill includes a provision to raise the debt ceiling, which would allow the government to continue paying its bill. All right, okay. About the tax cut. So a couple of stuff that Trump did in 2017, it wasn't sealed completely. It wasn't permanent. It wasn't like going through. And then, of course, he wanted to even bring, I think from 25 or 31, brought it to 21% for income tax. And then he's trying to bring it down to 15% income tax for the big corporation and then individual. And of course, liberals start crying and then they say, well, you're just helping your billionaires. First of all, if somebody was, it's not like Trump got billionaire, like, if somebody like Nancy Pelosi, who wasn't billionaire before she got into Congress, and now she's a millionaire after the Congress, that's the issue. The issue is you are making money by insight, by the information that you have over there, or you pass some law to just benefit your wallet, your money. But somebody who made his money, before he come to the politics, I don't see anything wrong with that. Actually, it helps it because if you look at it in that way, you would say he already has the money, so he wouldn't be corrupted for a bunch of millions of dollars. But if somebody is hungry, he doesn't have money, he's looking for money, then you can bribe them. It's easier to be bribed. But somebody who has money, you cannot buy him that easily. So I think that's actually the advantage if somebody who is rich already come to the politics. And so the thing is like, oh, it's going to make a corporation, billionaires, it's going to give tax cut to the billion. No, it's giving tax cut to everybody. If only was giving tax cut to the people, individual, but not to the big corporation, then it would be socialism. Socialism. Like basically get it from the rich giving to the poor. Like what is that? Like get more money from the rich and give it to the poor. The poor don't pay tax, the rich get money. No, the law rule should be for everyone. Just because somebody is richer doesn't mean that we have to punish them for that, right? So I don't see anything wrong with permanent tax cut for corporation and individuals. If it was only giving benefit to corporation, yeah, that would be a problem. But listen, you are living on salary, you get benefit as much as your paycheck is, depends on your paycheck, and somebody else is billionaire based on. So you have to look at your paycheck, how much you are making, how much you are deducting, because I think that's very foolish way to look at it. Like, oh, I made, let's say the tax is 20%, we bring it to 15%, for example, right? somebody makes $100,000 per year, and say instead of giving 20%, you're going to give 15%, right? So instead of giving 20,000 in tax, you give 15%. And if somebody is making like more than that, still it's the same. If somebody is making 1 million or $10 million per year, it's still the 20% going to be 15%. But you would say, oh, because I made 100,000, I saved $5,000. I'm paying $5,000 less tax because it was 20,000, now 15,000, from 20% to 15,000. But somebody who was billionaire, like instead of giving $20 million tax, is giving $15 million. Why are you saving 15 million? Oh, these billionaires are saving $5 million on tax cut. Yeah, you did too. No, I didn't do $5 million. Yeah, because entire your net worth is not even $1 million, let alone $5 million. Then how can you get tax benefits by $5 million tax benefit if you are not making even $1 million? Right? So those people, so basically what they are saying is like those people, because like they don't care about the percentage. They just say because your number is bigger than my number, so probably you are cheating the system. And that's very stupid way to look at it, because I haven't seen any. I'm open minded. Like I'm ready for somebody to tell me how this lowering income tax is gonna not benefit the individual and only corporation. I haven't. Just say, well, because they are saving $5 million and you are saving $5,000 based on your salary. And so, well, we need those money. Yeah, we need your money too. Like we shouldn't punish them because they are making more money, right? And a spending cut. That spending cut, I support that. I'm Jacksonian nationalist, so always I support spending so much money on military. We need to be strong because democracy doesn't rule, power rules. Power does. So any country that is more powerful gonna basically have more sovereignty, more freedom. Like if you think other countries are not attacking us because they respect us, you are fooling yourself. The only reason that we are not being attacked because they know that what the response going to be. So besides, let's say military, I'm okay with so many spending cuts, especially when it comes to Department of Education, because I used to think Department more that we spend on Department of Education means smarter our children gonna be, better, more educated they're gonna be. But it's just a mafia. So more you spend on Department of Education, more people are gonna get rich. Children, like just think about that. Right now we are spending in United States, we are spending way more on a Department of Education and education compared to let's say 20 years ago. But 20 years ago we had way better doctors, engineers, graduated, thoughtful, skillful, graduated people, students. But compared to right now, that people basically they cannot even type, they cannot even write. So I don't think spending money necessarily is gonna make people more educated. So it's just a mafia, and people should stop just reading the leftist news and then see really what is going on. So spending costs besides military, if it is necessary, I don't think that's a bad idea. Anyway, border security, of course. I mean, imagine they are lacking. They need more people to be hired for the border because the number of illegal immigrants crossing border when Trump took office dropped 95% drop down. So whatever it was, it went down 95%. Like basically almost nobody is crossing. No illegal immigrants crossing. But still we need more funding on that to seal it, because I think we should do something about the border. It shouldn't be just, oh look, this president came because Trump came and stopped the illegal immigration flow, and Biden came, opened the border. It should be something to make sure, like with Biden, Trump, or anybody, we have it under control. Because also one of the thing is, like let's say Democrats opening the border, there's nothing you can do about that. I was seeing National Guards, I guess, when Biden was in office, they were just literally watching illegal immigrants just walking in, and they just were looking at them because they didn't have order to take any action. We should do something about that, and if it means we need to fund more for border security and potentially implement new border enforcement measures, something that after Trump, no matter who gets to the office, we are sure like 15 million illegal immigrants wouldn't come in matter of 4 years. Yeah, I'm all for it. And other priorities, which is repealing the Affordable Care Act, repealing the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and strengthening the economy. It's basically it's too general, but uh, I didn't see anything wrong with that. Oh, the welfare program for spending cuts. You know, like Jasmine Crockett, the congresswoman from the Texas, state of Texas, she was saying, "Well, we are done with picking up the cotton. Let illegal immigrants do it for us." Besides that, it was very racist. Especially, I'm offended as a legal immigrants, but still I'm immigrant, legal immigrant. Like you are saying to me that because I'm immigrant, so now I have to get lower job than you. I have to pick up the cotton for you. This way of thinking is like I go do the TikTok dance, make money, and then you pick up potato for me. This is how it shows like how this generation, these people, even not the new generation, but even new politicians, they have no idea how the politics work. And something that I think it's concerning in United States is we have to change our culture. It's very important. What we are doing is very, very, very wrong and lazy. What we are doing, that we are addicted. Just for example, like this um, tariffs that President Trump implemented on other countries. He applied on the Liberation Day. Those tariffs, and people say, well, they are making it cheaper for us. Exactly, that's a problem. Say, well, nobody is doing that in here. They should. They should. Like the esprit, American esprit is gone. Like nobody is proud of being American anymore. To say, let me do the job. Let me get a work. Like the wage is different story. I totally understand it. Somebody says, oh, if I work that, I'm gonna get paid more than those people outside of the country. Yeah, it's fair. I totally understand. But the fact people don't want to work anymore because they have podcasts, that's crazy. That's really crazy. That is make it like that's it. They work, we talk. The American spirit, like let us do the job, let us put the hack the or carve the made in USA on the product that we make. Let us make us America great again, make America great again. Like this is gone, by far it is gone. So one of the reason is the welfare program. If you cut their welfare program, either they're gonna starve to death, they're gonna be homeless, or they're gonna find a job. I saw one lady was saying for 18 years she has been on the welfare program, and some people look at the welfare program as an investment. Oh, I'm gonna have more money, more baby, so I'm gonna make more money, and the money is not gonna be spent on the kid. Don't make mistake about that. Like parents gonna spend on themselves mostly. So basically, welfare program was one strategy, one way of like was a plan A or plan B. Like if it doesn't work, I just sit down and not work and then be on welfare program. It shouldn't be like that, and it shouldn't be. And I think that's a good thing on the spending cards. It changed American spirit. As long as you give the option, hey, you can go work and make money, or you cannot go work and still you make money. So of course, naturally, instinctively, we're gonna not work and make money. It's easier. Like everyone gets an easier job. But if you say you can go work and make money, and you can not make money and by not going to not showing up at work, in that case they're gonna decide like, am I gonna starve to death or I'm gonna work, and they're gonna go back to default setting and they're gonna get a job. So many of the jobs that are available, because I remember like President Trump was saying, like in his first term, he said we had the plan. We were saying to the homeless people, we give you job, we give you house, we give you even training. And they said, no, we prefer to sit home. So, but if you put them to the jail or put them somewhere miserable, put them in the camp, you say either you're gonna go to the job or you're gonna go work on mining. Now it is time to make the decision. Nobody gonna say, "Oh, let me stay, let me go work on the mining." So they try to, sometimes you have to force people. It's very rotten. It's very corrupted. What we are seeing in like culturally, like people are feeling like government owes them something. People owe them something. So I think this spending cuts on welfare program, it's gonna wake up so many Americans say, hey, you have to work. And I'm not saying hard work, but at least easy work, at least something. Because our tax money is being spent on those people that they are eligible to work, but they just decided to not to. And the last one, the debt ceiling, I think it's very important. Thomas Massey had a kind of like clash, like had argument with the Trump, and even still Trump. I don't know, like I thought we made it clear to Trump, hey, don't touch Thomas Massey. We really want him, we really love him, and still he decided to attack him. I don't know why. We said to Trump, like don't do it to Thomas Massey. No, no, no. That's not like Thomas Massey is on our side. But if he said, I'm gonna vote him out, I don't understand why he keeps doing it, because I know that for sure he saw that his fan base were supporting Thomas Massey. Even like in Daily Wire, I saw that um, they were they were talking about that. They were like supporting it on Instagram. So many people, like even us, me, MAGA in MAGA movement, we said that. Debt ceiling. The bill includes provision to raise the debt ceiling. That is the problem Thomas Massey had. He said, I thought the whole point of the Doge was to cut the spending, right? And you are still doing, like the whole point was to not raise the debt ceiling so we could pay off our debt. With the name of the Doge and the spending cuts, all those big words. In the end of the day, we're going to continue resolution, continue doing what Biden was doing. So what's the point of Doge if in the end of the whole point was to spend less, make more money with those tariffs being company here, make more money, spend less, so pay off our debt. But by raising the debt ceiling, allow government to continue paying its bill. It's the same thing. So basically, if Biden was president right now, I mean, right now we know that he had the fourth stage of the cancer. Wish him well. I hope he gets, like, politics is different, and health, cancer is crazy. Like, it's not nothing that we should make a joke. I hope he gets well. I I wish him well. But even if Biden, like after that, so would be Kamala, was president, the same thing would happen. What was the point of all those? Oh, we found all waste, fraud, all of those. What was that for? If in the end of the day we're gonna pass the debt ceiling, raise the debt ceiling, the previous administration was doing that. So it was something like, it was crazy for me as well. So they were saying, well, just pass it right now, so we won't have problem with budget. And next time, like by September, something, then we would do something about that. And Thomas Massey said, no, enough is enough, now or never. I'm tired of just always promising future. No, we have to take action right now. He said, I'm not going to pass it unless you give me some reason to believe that you're going to change it. And Trump just attacked him instead of explaining. And I mean, to Trump's credit, he said, there were a couple of other times that other president they had the debt ceiling. I think Obama, he meant, and he said he voted yes. He said he's just voting no for me, and he said no matter what it is, he just want to feel special by saying no. No, I don't think it's the case, President Trump, and I think really Thomas Massey cares about the country, and the debt ceiling, we had to do something about that. It's shameful. After all those big words, we're gonna stop fraud, the waste, on the spending, and still in the end of the day, With one vote extra, we passed the bill, which was raising the debt ceiling. Again, next generation gonna pay the price. Thanks for watching. Like always, as above, so below.